Today on Jer and Geoff Eat New West, we're barbecuing some meat.
My name is Joe. I'm the owner of Fraserview Meats New West on 6th Street and 4th Avenue, and it's been a pleasure serving you West.
You guys sell a lot of chicken?
A lot of chicken.
It's
mostly chicken. That's our specialty because like with our marinades, they're Indian style. So majority of the people, they always prefer chicken, like for example, like some thighs or the wings or the chicken breast. That's what we mostly sell. However, we do have some options, like we have some goat, we got some lamb, as you can see over there as well.
Are all the chicken cuts the same in terms of marinating time? Maybe tell us a little bit about the process.
It depends. Sometimes what we usually do, we do overnight marination. So like that's like we give 10 to 12 hours. That way, by the time we come in the morning, it marinates well. The flavor actually turns out to be good as well. But sometimes what happens is when it's really busy, we run low, and it's like we make it right away. So usually it's like if we have one tray, it gets fully emptied. Within the next 20 minutes, we restock it up again. On this side, we got some raw meats. So without any marination, so we got, for example, we got some goat over here, then we got some plain chicken as well. And then we got some egg options. Up top, we got some vegetarian options, and we got some sides like dipping sauces, we got some pop, different salads. So that's this side. And on the other side, what we usually do is, on this side we have a few raw meats. So as you can see, we have some beef, short ribs, some steaks that are marinated as well. Then we also have some raw ones, followed by some tandoori salmon, plain salmon as well. In the summer, around I'd say July, when the days are nicer, we have more fish options, like we have cod, we've got pasta as well. But for now, for the time being, we've got salmon. And then it's divided up as like chicken breasts are over here, chicken wings are over here, and then it's like the chicken leg and thighs are over there. So what happens with this one is, the way these are all organized is, it goes from the mildest flavor to the hottest flavor, and this is where you come in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So chari, I haven't tried that one.
Chari's
It's
on the
pretty
spicy side. Yeah. The buffalo, however, is like a little sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy barbecue, I'd say, is like a hot type of spicy.
Yeah.
Kashmiri is good. It's perfect for like the meaty lovers.
Yeah.
Peri peri, you can't go wrong with that. That's my personal favorite. It's a bit like, I'm not sure if you guys had Nando's chicken. It's kind of Portuguese, a bit tangy. And then the lemon's actually really good. It's a bit on the mild to medium side. It's a bit creamy, a bit lemony. It's a good flavor. And the tandoori is just like the authentic tandoori. You can't go wrong with it.
If somebody, you pick up some tandoori chicken wings,
Yep.
how long can that be in the fridge for?
Usually what we say is it's usually good for a few hours. One thing that I definitely like to touch on is that when you put it inside your refrigerator, be sure, like usually as you can see here, we got a seal. So what I usually do is if I have a plastic bag here, actually I'm going to demo it for you as well. And the customer is going to be picking on. What we say is when the packaging gets done, what we usually do is we always package it through so that there's no leaks. But what I'd recommend is once you get home, cut off the tape, open up the bag, and then put it inside. The reason for that is so there's airflow going through. Because of the moisture, because of the marinade, you don't want any moisture on the chicken. Because once you're gonna cook it, there's gonna be a bit watery. You're gonna think that the chicken's bad, but the chicken itself isn't bad. It's just the marinade got a bit runny. Yeah. So if you do, you cut it up, you open it up, and you leave it, then it keeps the marinade intact.
It's good to know.
So
Yeah,
do people buy and freeze, or are people essentially buying and cooking in the next, like?
Most people, I'd say, they do the same day cooking. Some do the next day. However, we do have some customers that aren't able to make frequent trips. So what they do is to get different packaging, like they get for the meal, they take 5 different bags and they usually freeze them. And then whenever they want to cook, they just take it out the night before, it defrosts itself, and then you cook it the next morning.
We took it back, we barbecued it up, What'd you think?
Yeah, it was good. I'm a fan. I've been going there for a while when they had their other location. Nothing's changed. I do realize this, but I just thought that was the Fraserview Meats that used to be kind of just in north on 6th into the Burnaby side. But it's actually like a franchise. They have a bunch of them all over the place. So we were chatting with Joe, the owner of that particular one in New West. It was always a great go-to for like barbecue.
Yeah.
Picking up something that's already been marinated. It's so like minimal effort that you can just go in there, pick your meat and throw it on the barbecue and have like a tasty treat.
It was my first time being there. Now we tried 3 flavors. We tried lemon chicken, tandoori, and buffalo. What do you think of the lemon chicken? And that was it. They're supposed to go from lowest level of spice to highest in that order.
He kind of has them organized, which is pretty smart. I've never had the lemon one before.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was something different.
I thought it had a bit of a peppery flavor to it. I liked it a lot. I would totally get that one again. When we picked that one, thought, oh, if this is good, this is something I could make for my son who has almost no level of tolerance for spice. It would be too spicy for him. Like I know he wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
That one. I liked it more for me.
I was surprised how much of a kind of like lemon flavor that it had. I thought it'd be a little more subtle, but it was kind of nice and fruity. The tandoori is like a staple. Like it's I think like a lot of people have had tandoori chicken before. I was really impressed with the buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect. They did tell us that it was going to be that's their spicier one. But I didn't. That was probably my favorite. Maybe because I'm used to the tandoori.
Yeah.
But what did you think of that one?
I liked the buffalo. It had a nice level of spice, and I would say of the 3, it was the spiciest. I would not describe that as spicy. Like if you're someone who likes Indian food but doesn't like it to be too hot, my guess is that most people, you wouldn't struggle with the buffalo. It's a nice flavor. I couldn't put my finger on it. To me, I thought maybe it almost tasted a little bit vinegary. Like it had a little bit more zing
like
than
there was barbecue sauce almost.
Yeah.
It almost tasted a bit like a barbecue
kind
of chicken more than like a buffalo chicken, because I was thinking buffalo chicken like hot wings.
It wasn't what I would think of. Like it's not the same as buffalo chicken that you get in a pub.
We barely broke a sweat eating it. It was, but Joe said he could amp it up for us.
I would like to try spicier stuff next time for sure. Now my favorite was the tandoori.
Yeah.
The tandoori I just thought was the full package. I can't imagine not getting the tandoori when I go. Like I think I'll always get tandoori and then maybe something to complement it with. Just a really savory, tasty. My son doesn't like spice, but my daughter loves it. And I was like, oh, I will bring this home and make this for her, and she'll
do that.
She'll love it. Like, what an easy meal, right? Like you stop there, you grab that, you go home, you make some veggies and some rice, and dinner's done. You know, people have taco night. I could see in my weekly rotation being like, oh, tonight's the night I stop at Fraserview, grab some easy meat, throw it on, and it's dinner. I don't even have to think about it.
Did you have an oven there that I think you said was like a steam convection oven?
Yeah, he said it was a convection.
So you just give them some notice and they can do that up for you. Anything that they have in-house can be cooked. It's a minimal fee too. So whether it's just something for lunch you want, 20 minutes, you can have it done. I think it's $2
$2 a pound.
$2 a pound. Or if you're gonna watch a sporting match, a hockey game maybe even.
Oh, on the wings note, totally. Like, get him to cook them, and then you just show up with a pound of wings or a couple pounds of wings for $4 extra. Like,
be a hero.
Yeah, totally. One cool thing that the owner said to mention too, which is sweet. I don't know how long they're going to do it for, but if you go in there and you mention Eat New West with your order, they're going to give you 10% off of your order. So you've got no reason not to try them. I thought that was pretty nice of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Joe. It's just a great spot. It's right in the center of New West, so I think pretty much anyone could get there within 10-15 minutes, depending on where you live. A local shop, some great meats. It would I wouldn't even attempt to try and make one of those marinades and go through the effort. So for such a minimal cost, I think that the value component's great, and just how easy it is so that you could go pick up dinner and have something that's really ready to go, and it doesn't take very long, and you don't need to use a barbecue even. You can throw it in the oven. He said no air fryer. He's not a fan of using the air fryer. But I'm sure you could put them on a baking tray and cook them and have a pretty nice meal with minimal effort and like an easy side. Rice, some bread, some naan. Call it a meal.
Well, that is Fraserview Meats. Check them out. Use the Eat New West code to get 10% off, and we'll see you guys in the next video.